Hi, I'm Extraayogurt and welcome back to another speed build. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, then welcome back and thank you for checking out my video again. So as y'all can see, we are back in South Valley City again, and I know that I called this a speed build, but this may as well be like a design tutorial with the amount of furnishing, decorating, and like designing that we're gonna be doing in this lot. Y'all, in the very end, I had 10.5 hours of building footage, and that is me constantly like doing stuff in the game. So that's the reason why this video turned out to be so long, but hopefully you guys stick around to the end. I think it came out really nice. I'm very proud of it, and I will make it available for upload. So a little backstory. In the last speed build, I had talked about my idea for my next mini series and how it's going to be a mini series about giving the Sims families, the Sim Bin families homes. And I'm really excited to take that on. However, in order to do that, there are some things that I needed to put in place first. One of those things was building my main character Sim, her home. She's gonna be like the city planner slash architect and designer for not just this neighborhood but all of my custom neighborhoods. Her name's Ravyn Planner, and she has a cat named Ray. So yeah, I needed to build her home, which was my last speed build, 600 Flower Patch Lane, and I needed to build her an architecture firm. And then I also need to build her a couple of trailers that I can like plant throughout this neighborhood and other neighborhoods to kind of like show that she is occupying space in multiple places. Also, I need to build an apartment complex specifically for like the bin Sims awaiting housing to live at. So we have a few things that we gotta do, and this is checking off number 2. So I said I wasn't gonna film it, but you know, this is a build channel, so I just told myself, like, why wouldn't you film it? Like, what? So yeah. And especially after seeing how long it came out to be, I'm really glad that I filmed it, and so y'all can like see the process with me, and also y'all can see like the way that I furnish and decorate and design a little bit better, since I tend not to fully furnish my residential lots. I only fully furnish community lots, really. So I'm excited to know what y'all think. This lot, like I said, I'm gonna make it, I think I said I would make this available for download, but it is very laggy because there's so many objects, and like I've said before, something that will really help take the strain off your game, if you do want to download like lots like this that are really object heavy, is making sure that object hiding is on. Make sure your object hiding is enabled in your settings, and that will take a huge load off of the amount of lag that you'll experience in the game. But okay, so the exterior of this building, I got my inspiration from Pinterest. Like I've said before, I love getting inspo from Pinterest, Google Images, from real life, everything. So that's where I got my inspiration for this from. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted it to, but I think I'm pretty happy with this, and I don't know, I just really like it. It looks very like kind of like something you'd see downtown, but not too like industrial looking, in my opinion. So y'all, there's like a gnat flying around that's irritating me so bad, but anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be her architecture firm. Like, she is going to own this community lot as her business. And how is she gonna have enough money to do that? I'm going to cheat her some money. So I also thought about maybe like having her just get a loan from the bank, because I do have an ATM mod. So I thought about just having her get a loan from the bank and then actually, you know, using this community lot as her furniture store, and eventually, you know, getting enough money to like pay the loan back. But we'll see. I'm still kind of debating on how much gameplay I actually want to do with her other than just movie making. But yeah. I wanted to quickly clarify what I said. So the building exterior, I got my inspo from Pinterest, but also if you guys could tell, it's also what am I trying to say? the textiles, or like the patterns, the style or whatever, is heavily inspired by Ravyn Planner's own home. So if you watch that speed build, then you'll notice like a lot of similarities. You know, I used a lot of the same things, the same landscaping, the same look and everything. And I just thought that'd be a clever way to kind of like put her little signature on it. But yeah, I'm really excited. If you guys can't tell, like, I won't stop talking about it. I'm very excited to get into the movie making again, because it's just so much fun to see the final product, and it's so much fun to watch The Sims 2 in action in 2023. Like, it just brings me so much joy, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way. So yeah, so my intent of this building was to have it be very modern. Well, not necessarily the what do you call it, the showrooms be modern, but the like base of the building to be very modern. So everything that's not the showrooms, I wanted it all to be super cohesive and kind of have like that sleek like interior design look, if that makes sense. So something else I wanted to add, which I guess you guys will see more of later, but I still wanted to add that I was looking for Sims 2 architecture CC, and this is apparently something that the game is, or let me not say the game, but something that's really lacking in the community, which I never realized before. But yeah, so it was really hard to find any architect CC. However, I was able to find an architect set from around The Sims, and the content that they make is so wonderful. Like, it's fantastic. However, I decided not to use any of it because I'm fairly certain that I would not have been allowed to include those objects in with my lot. And y'all know I really try not to make y'all download anything in order to have my lot in your game. I really try to make sure that if I use CC, it's able to just straight up be included in the download. And with those around The Sims objects, I'm fairly certain that I cannot. So you know, I found a way to work around it, and I was able to find this other much smaller set, but still really cool set from, oh my gosh, Aggressive, I think their name is Aggressive Kitty on Tumblr, but they originally made it for Sims 4, and Jackie Sims, if y'all know Jackie Sims from Tumblr, they had actually converted it to Sims 2. So all that, me saying all that to say, like, that is the only custom content that I used in this lot. And I did read Jackie Sims policy, and it says that you can include their stuff. I'm trying not to say she or he because I don't know, but it says that you can include their stuff with your lots. So yeah, and I'll point out the CC when it comes into play, but this lot is almost completely CC free. Even the CC I did use was very sparing, so even without those pieces of CC, the lot would look pretty much the exact same, and I'm really happy about that. On the topic of CC though, y'all, I just want to talk about how, like, I want to encourage, no, let me not say that. I don't want to give the wrong message, but I want to talk about how if you're trying to improve your skills as a builder or as a decorator, something that I found really helped me was limiting my use of CC, greatly limiting my use of CC. Excuse me, y'all, sorry. Oh my gosh. But yeah, greatly limiting my use of CC. It forces you to do things that you might not have originally thought to do. Once again, like you don't have to do all this, but if you want to challenge yourself, and that's kind of your goal, which is my goal, because I've been playing this game for so long, you know, I'm like, why not try to get better at it? But definitely try to force yourself not to use CC and work with what you got. It really has changed the game for me. I have noticed such a big difference in my building and decorating style, just a year ago versus now. And everything just comes a lot more naturally to me. Finding stuff that goes together, finding stuff that I think looks good together. And you know, just even after all this time, I feel like I still don't know what every item in the catalog is. Like, you would think after playing this game, for a lot of us playing this game since we were 7 or 8 or whatever, we should have everything memorized to the T, but you'd be surprised. I still lose objects in the catalog, and there's still stuff I see that I've never used before. But yeah, so basically the way that the layout of this building is that the 3rd floor is for the employees. All the employees, there's a break room, 2 bathrooms, there are 2 conference rooms, there's a little lobby area where the elevator is, and then there's a shared workspace where all the desks go. On the 1st floor, there are 3 consultation rooms. There's the lobby, and there are 2 bedroom showrooms, 4 living room / study showrooms, and 2 bathrooms. And on the 2nd floor, there are, sorry y'all, I'm thinking. On the 2nd floor, there is 4 kitchen showrooms and 4 bathroom showrooms, I believe, and also a little lobby area up there. So yeah, it's really jam-packed with stuff, y'all. This to me, this is the kind of furniture store that I would be at for sure. I really love furniture stores like this. If you guys have ever heard of West Elm, it was kind of giving me those vibes, or Crate and Barrel, those kind of really fancy, you know, one plate is $30. I probably would never buy anything out of there, but it's just really nice to look at. So y'all, sometimes I just think to myself, what are the things that I could accomplish building if it weren't for the game's FPS constraints? Hopefully I'm talking about the right thing, but I was just thinking to myself, like, what kind of like massive builds could I accomplish if I just had absolutely no restriction? Like, no matter how much I built, the game would still run smoothly. I think about that a lot, and so it's those kinds of thoughts that kind of make me think like, maybe I should pick up Sims 4. Maybe I should stop turning my nose up at it. But then, you know, I open up a lot in Sims 4 and like, I don't know what exactly is going on, and I just don't have the patience to learn right at this moment. But excuse me, y'all, sorry. Every time I hit record, like, I end up having like to like, something is always like stuck in my throat. I don't understand. But anyways, so here I am kind of sectioning off the some of the showroom areas, but yeah, on the topic of like things to build, so I haven't forgotten about our little like build layout plan thingy. So many videos ago, I had put out like a roadmap of South Valley City and what we're gonna build and everything that I need to cover. And to this day, still have not finished, because I mean, I got completely off track with a whole other, well, let me not say off track, it was planned, but I had spent a lot of time in a whole other neighborhood. So just so you guys know, I haven't forgotten. We do need to build an animal shelter. We need to build an animal park. I know someone had mentioned a dog park in the comments. I think I responded, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did respond. But yeah, definitely I'm going to accomplish the animal shelter and dog park. I don't want to say next, but it will be in the group of the next coming videos. And then we definitely need more restaurants. I'm pretty sure like we don't have a single standing restaurant, so I want to add plenty of single standing restaurants and single standing businesses in general, because as y'all know, a lot of my builds are like multi-use builds, which are great and all, but I'm starting to realize that they're not very functional. And I'm starting to realize that they take up a lot of time and energy, and I sometimes, not always, but sometimes I do wind up just kind of burnt out after building them. I learned a lot from building Dusty Lakes, the 24-hour build challenge. I learned a lot from that. I definitely realized that building quickly like doesn't mean that it has to look bad. I'm actually pretty proud of some of those lots that I built, and also like just the functionality of smaller lots is so much better. But I always get carried away with huge lots. I just can't help it. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if you guys saw in the corner of the screen there's like a little gaggle of objects sitting somewhere in the middle of the store. Though most of those objects were from that Around the Sims set I was talking, there it was, that Around the Sims set that I was talking about. As you can see, there's some really cool stuff that I would have loved to use, but I'm trying to stay true to the minimal CC thing, and the more minimal the better. That's all I can say. But yeah, so here I am just doing one of the bedroom showcase rooms, and it ends up looking nothing like this in the end, but it was definitely fun experimenting. This helped me a lot. This taught me a lot. It kind of like reminded me like, hey, there are so many objects in the game that go together that you may not have thought go together before. And also kind of like usually I'll just build the house, figure out the interior later. And this kind of taught me like, hey, like maybe I could work from the inside out. Maybe like I could decide like the style that I want to have like all throughout the house, and like what features I want the house to have, and then from there kind of work it to the exterior. But that sounds really difficult, so we'll see if I actually follow through with that. But yeah, so excuse me, But yeah, so I wanted to make this bedroom showroom just like a little like bookworm bedroom, like very, what's the word? Not regal, but like very mature, like very grown. Like this is not like one of those cheap bedrooms that you just throw together. Like these pieces of furniture have been inherited probably. Everything is like real quality and just looks real nice. This is one of my favorite styles. Believe it or not, as little as I build like this room right here is one of my absolute favorite styles. It just, I don't know why, but to me it just screams Sims 2. Everything about it, like it just screams Sims 2. Absolutely love it. And here I am just trying to give that pillar a little like special touch, make it look a little different. Those are the objects I was talking about. I'm just scooting them over. I had put them there in the first place just so I could like get my eyes on where everything was in the catalog. I don't know if y'all run into that problem too, where like you download new custom content and then you don't know where any of it is, especially if there wasn't like a collection file, which I think there was, I just didn't download it. But yeah, so what are y'all's favorite like Sims 2 like styles or like furniture sets or collection files? What's y'all's favorites? I'm very curious to know. I don't know if there's a name for this. Is it like mission or something? But I think it's one of my favorite styles for sure. But yeah, let me know like what objects do y'all find yourself using a lot? Like what styles do y'all find yourself doing a lot? Or maybe you don't do them enough. Like this is something that I love but I don't do it enough. There I am just playing with lighting and the lamps and everything. Yeah, I think I accidentally took like a camera shot there, but you guys are gonna see me toggling the day and night thing on and off a lot because I wanted the lighting in each room to be just right. All right, so this other bedroom, the Glamour Life Stuff bedroom, I kind of envision this being like maybe not a teenager's room, but like a young adults room, maybe like a college style of room. It's not quite like, it's not super mature, but it's also not like dorm roomy. It's still like very much pricey and like there's still quality items and stuff. But I really love that this tan and like sage green combo. I think I don't know if I've ever experimented with this before, but this just it kind of like, it was very satisfying. Just everything coming together so easily is always super satisfying. When this video is all said and done, if you're even listening to me right now, y'all, I know I talk a lot, but I am curious to know what y'all's favorite showroom was. Please let me know. I'm super interested, just to see like what kind of styles you guys are into. I think it'd be cool to know. Also, something I did a lot in this build was using carpet to make rugs. I'm sure y'all have seen that little trick before, but literally just finding something that would match and using carpet tiles to create my own little custom rug. Right there, I had used a piece of artwork to kind of color match the little aspects in the picture to the carpet tiles. But yeah, here's another tip for you guys. If you feel like just plain paint, like wallpaper, wallpaper. If you feel like just plain like paint isn't doing it, try finding like a textured paint or stucco instead with the same color, because before I just had it like that cream pink color and it was giving very blah. It was very blah, and I just changed it to like this one with texture instead, which I think is like I think it's still in the paint section, but it looks more like a weathered paint or like just old paint, maybe even water damaged paint, but whatever it is, I think it added a lot more dimension to the room. And then I wanted to add some kind kind of like decal windows to give you a better idea of what this might look like in a home. Yeah, so I really do think she is gonna turn this architecture firm into an actual furniture store. And one thing that concerned me about this was, you know, when she sets items for sale, like what items are going to cause issues as far as the Sims being able to get to them and check them out and reach them, because I do like kind of cram objects together at times. So I guess I'll just have to kind of play with it and figure out what items I can't mark for sale just because it'll be too much clutter in the way, and what items I can mark for sale. So So watching this back now, I realized I really could have just cut this whole part out, because as much as I tried, like the style I was going for was not working out, and it was not going to work out. one thing I really hate about no CC is the curtain options. I mean, I don't really even have CC curtains installed, but I hate the lack of curtain options that The Sims gives you. Because like, even though this is an old game and, you know, styles were different or whatever, like, I'm pretty sure white curtains were still a thing. So I'm sorry, it's just so funny to me. Like, I was struggling with these curtains, and then I would, instead of trying to make the curtains match the furniture, I would try to make the furniture match the curtains, and everything I was coming up with was just like, ew. So yeah, I go through all this just for it to look absolutely nothing like this. I end up changing everything completely. The walls become concrete. I end up making that middle part like red, this red stucco or wallpaper looking stuff. And the theme of this section ends up being like very artsy, like an artsy sim. And I add like a pottery wheel. Yeah, pottery wheel. I add an easel. I make a big huge desk and add a bunch of like arts and crafts stuff there. And All right, y'all, another small thing I wanted to mention is that I purposely did not change the color of any of these wood pillars that you see. Basically, I see those as like a structural part of the building, and I wanted to basically just keep them as is to kind of blend all the showrooms together. So yeah, if you're wondering like, oh, like the pillar doesn't match, like why don't you change it, then that's why. That was completely intentional. I just think it's a nice way to make sure the whole building still looks cohesive and not just like a big mess. So all right, y'all, so up here, these two small living room showrooms, I did one that was really like fancy and intricate looking, and then this one over here I wanted to kind of be like a budget living room. So you know, like all the showrooms are really nice, but we have to keep in mind our little starter families and starter sims probably won't be able to afford it. So I wanted to make sure that I included some budget-friendly options. You guys will also notice when we get to the kitchens and stuff, the kitchen and bathroom stuff, I also tried to include some cheaper objects instead of just choosing the really fancy, expensive stuff. I ended up making this little living room like a black, white, and baby pink theme. And I just thought it was so cute. I can definitely see it being like in a starter home or like a young adults like dorm, or you know how they can have like houses in university life like that, like in their little like rental home or whatever. But yeah, I just thought it was really cute, and I know a lot of you guys like smaller builds and smaller houses, and I do too. I love a good small house. I think it's just so like cute and cozy and easy to play in. So I thought that these little living rooms would kind of satisfy that. And now this other side, I did kind of like the Moroccan style like living room. I used very like nice pieces of furniture. These are some of the nicest pieces of furniture in the game to me. Like, they just look so intricate, and like, I don't know, they did a really good job on these objects. So I end up using that big entertainment center, and don't worry, I do end up deleting the window behind it because that really bothers me. And yeah, I felt like I couldn't just put like just a TV by itself in this living room. I felt like it needed to be framed with something like very grand and special looking. So yeah. Okay, believe it or not, at this very point in the video, I had reached 5.5 hours of building. I feel like that is so ridiculous. We only finished what, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we only finished like 3 showrooms, and here I am still working on the other 3. I just thought that was so crazy how much time I spent just getting everything together and the layout of everything. But honestly, I feel like from here on out, it went pretty smoothly, even though like I have 5 hours of building ahead after this. Yeah, I think I finally, like, you know how once you get the layout down, everything else just kind of comes a lot easier. I think it was just a matter of me trying to figure out what to do with this giant space and how to break it up. So yeah, I just thought that was so crazy how long I was taking. But so my concern here is, are Sims going to be able to get to the elevator with that giant wind chime situation there? So I just went ahead and change the orientation of it, and hopefully that leaves a wide enough walkway. It should, for your Sims to be able to get to the elevator, because the stairs actually will only take your Sims to the 3rd floor. Well, okay, now that I think of it that way, if it really was an issue, your Sims could take the stairs to the 3rd floor and then the elevator down to the 2nd. But what kind of sense does that make? So hopefully, let me not say hopefully, that will be enough space for your Sims to walk to the elevator. Excuse me, y'all. And then of course here I wanted to do my little planner box thing that I always do. I was having that issue with the stage foundation not allowing me to put a diagonal piece on there. That was so annoying, but I do end up just getting rid of those diagonals and just making them square because that bothered me. Nothing major, just something to add a little life and greenery to the building. I feel like greenery makes every build look better, like greenery indoors, whether it's potted plants or like live plants. I just feel like it adds so much. I love it. So but yeah, from this point onward, we are just decorating until we cannot decorate anymore. That's one of the pieces from the small architecture collection I told you guys about, from Jackie 93 Sims on Tumblr. Definitely check their page out, y'all. Like, they're one of my favorite Symboler pages. They just literally have everything you could ever want, especially when it comes to food items. I could be on their page for hours, so definitely check out Jackie 93 Sims on Tumblr. There's like a million people I could shout out, but to be honest, y'all, I just be forgetting or I just can't keep track. So that's one I just happen to remember because I've been following them for a while. But yeah, so here I am just jazzing up the lobby area, and making a little nice waiting area for the Sims. Of course, there has to be cash registers because this will be a furniture store in the future. Just adding some wall art here, and I try not to do too much because obviously there's already a million objects in the showrooms. I really try my best to keep the actual like buildings, like business components, as minimal as I could. I still feel like I went a little overboard, but that's okay. Y'all, is it just me, or does that like that silver statue I placed, it kind of looks like somebody like sitting or like leaning on their hip and like leaning back. Like it looks like a woman, like a woman's figure. I was just like, really? Like they got away with that? Well, okay. I know it's not like it's inappropriate, but that just made me laugh because I was like, oh my god, this looks like a naked woman. But I thought it went really nicely as like the very front of the building because it's just this really nice big sculpture and it looks expensive, so that was perfect in my opinion. Here I am just decorating the consultation rooms, and so basically I imagine that this is where the Sims would go to discuss either payment plans, or they would come here to discuss like building a home. So like if they're not really here for furniture, like they're here to talk construction, then they would meet with one of the employees here in the consultation room. And these little paint swatches you see me placing on the desks, all of those, just those 4 items, or what was that, 5 items, including like the blueprint board. That is the entire set I keep mentioning. So I deleted all the other objects to make sure I wouldn't use them, and I just kept those to make sure I would use them. So just adding a little pizzazz, adding some carpet rugs. I changed the accent wall from that wood paneling to like bamboo, or I guess a different kind of wood paneling. I felt that the wood paneling I had it before made it look old. It just made it look very old, because there's like a fine line between wood paneling looking like really old and it looking like modern and nice. So that's why I decided to change that. And yeah. Y'all, let me correct what I said about the wood paneling. Wood paneling can, like, okay, I can admire the old aesthetic as well. Like, modern is definitely not the only thing that looks nice. I feel like I mistakenly say that a lot, or like imply that a lot. Modern just happens to be my style, but I also can really appreciate like other aesthetics, for sure. It just sounded so bad the way I said that. Anyways, there I am, just quickly doing the bathrooms. I took one single screenshot of one of the bathrooms, and that was it, because they're all the same and they're all plain, and bathrooms just, they're not all that special on my community lots, on most of them at least. And so here we are, we've moved up into the kitchen and bathroom floor. I really did my best to have a good variety. I really didn't want to do a bunch of modern kitchens. Like, I wanted to kind of show Ravyn Planner's range of styles. Like, she can do much more than just modern. She can give you a quality kitchen. So this first one was kind of a hassle, just trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, like, what, I don't know what I was thinking with the green countertops, but I love those counters, but just finding something that matches the green countertops was a little bit of a struggle. But I did end up figuring something out. So yeah. In case you guys were wondering, just in case y'all were wondering why I decided to do this little cover up box on the windows when I could have just had natural sunlight, is literally just because I did not want those random little windows to affect the exterior look of the building. So even though it is the back of the building, I still was like, no, that's gonna look so weird and random to have just random little windows on the back side of the building. So I was kind of a little extra with it and just put a little cover up box and put a light in it so it seems like there's light shining through the window. But yeah, I really wanted to put those decal windows there without ruining the exterior of the building. Okay, so I just thought that turned out to be the cutest little kitchen. I've never thought to do a kitchen layout like that, but by the looks of it, it looks like it would be completely functional, obviously without the trash can in the way of one of the bar stools, but I definitely may try to use that in my smaller builds for sure, especially when it comes to building houses for the sim-bin family, since they will have a budget to work with and I can't just have a massive huge house for everyone. So yeah, like I said, this really helped me experiment with some different things and helped me get used to like working with what I got. So this right here is the budget kitchen I was talking about earlier. Like I said, I wanted to have some cheaper options for the Sims whose budget is a little bit tighter, or I should say like you don't want to use cheats for. So once again, I did like the pink theme just because I think it's cute. I don't know. I think when stuff is like matchy and it has like a nice design to it, I feel like you don't even notice that the stuff is cheap. So I try to give it a little pink theme, and you guys will see when we move on to the bathroom, I also make a matching bathroom to go with it. Funny thing is, the bathroom is probably bigger than the kitchen, but I still try to use budget items. But yeah, I thought this was so cute. Honestly, I think just like simple stuff is some of my favorite things, even though I do like to do like kind of be a little over the top. I feel like simple stuff like this is gonna take the cake every time. I mean, like, especially when it comes to gameplay, like we've been talking about. It's just so much easier, and it's cute. I don't know, but yeah. So after that, I do move on to the bathrooms, and not only do I match this bathroom to that kitchen, but the other bathroom next to the second kitchen we did, I matched that bathroom to that kitchen. So it was kind of like a thing I was trying to do. Sorry y'all, my nose just got stuffed up for some reason. Whenever I'm like talking for a long time, my nose starts to get stuffy. I'm not sure why, but yeah, so I do the little walk-in shower situation, and I know that's not a budget toilet, but I needed a pure white toilet, y'all. I'm sorry. So I just did a little corner sink. I thought that was really cute. A little bit of flowers, bath mat. Do y'all use mats in front of your toilet? So I used to have that when I was a kid. That's what my parents would put in the bathrooms. But me now, like being grown up, I could never. I just feel like that's so gross. Like, yeah, I understand it's something nice under your feet when using the bathroom, but I just the idea of it just seems really gross to me. I mean, bath mats anywhere else makes total sense, but in front of the toilet, really? Like, what if someone pees on it? You'll never know. Like, what if you step on something wet on the bath mat and you won't even be able to see what it was? So that's just my little take on bath mats in front of the toilet. But anyways, here I am doing the matching bathroom for that kitchen to the right. And I think this bathroom has a very, I wish I knew the word, but it's like French manor maybe type of feel, and it just looks very royal and very grand. I really like it a lot. All right, as unassuming and simple as this bathroom may look, excuse me, y'all. I told y'all every time I hit record, but as unassuming as this bathroom may look, this bathroom was a piece of work. I wonder how long I spent on it. Now I want to see, but I just didn't know what to do. I just felt like this should be so simple. It's all the kitchen and bath, like home design stuff pack, but I don't know, y'all. It was so difficult. I don't know. I think it's because I didn't know what theme I wanted to capture. I think it just left me really lost. I just wanted this to be like the modern, quote unquote, like modern bathroom, and it was so difficult. I hope you guys like what I came up with in the end, and I hope it's potentially something you think Sims would, something that you think you would actually like. Yeah, I was just so lost. All I knew was I am using these sinks and these circle mirrors, and everything else is just gonna have to get with the program. So but yeah, in the end I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought the floating sinks are kind of weird. I still think it's kind of weird, just the way that they're not centered and kind of awkwardly far apart. But I'm content with the end product. So So this little corner bathroom, I did not establish a definite theme for, but as I was building, I kind of started looking at it like this could be like a kid's bathroom. I was gonna say a baby's bathroom, like a kid's bathroom. So like, you know, maybe there's like a lot of kids in the house, and the upstairs is like completely just the kids' bedrooms, and they all share a bathroom. Like this could be a very like kid-friendly, fun kind of like bright bathroom for them to have. So yeah, that's kind of what I settled on. I think it's really cute, and I hope you guys like this one as well. So now we have finally made it to the upstairs office space. These two rooms are the conference rooms I was talking to you guys about earlier, and I just gotta say, like, this architect CC is just phenomenal. Like, definitely shout out to Aggressive Kitty for making the objects, and Jackie93 Sims for converting the objects. They just look so good. Like, I wish that every Sims would have came out with an architecture and or design expansion, because it just makes sense. That's a big part of what The Sims is about. So yeah, I really like how those conference rooms came out. And then this lobby area right here, I didn't want to do too much. It's just a cute little like seating area for like the employees and stuff, or for anyone who's up here just in the office space, I guess. But yeah, and then I made the break room fairly big. I didn't put a stove or anything in there. Pretty sure, like, I've only seen break rooms that's just a fridge and a sink, so I didn't want there to be too much of a fire hazard. I just used the different wallpapers from around the building to make everything cohesive. I made sure to add a dishwasher and a trash compactor. And yeah, there's not much to it from here, y'all. It's just a big, huge office space. I put a whole lot of desks, and I put a lot of those floor plan boards, and really try to take advantage of that awesome piece of CC. So part of me kind of can't believe that those desks and desk chairs are part of the game, like that those aren't CC. I just think they're really beautifully done, and I think they might have made my favorite object list. So yeah. I hope it was satisfying watching me put all the desk lamps on the desk and putting all the chairs and stuff. But okay, so now we've moved on to the sign. Like always, we just pretend that this says what we want it to say and keep it moving. So I at least gave it like 3 different like groups of symbols this time. So here I am just doing a little very, very light landscaping. Nothing too crazy. This building already has a lot going on. Just trying to light up the signs here, and yeah, we are gonna be coming into the cinematic shots very, very soon. But like I said earlier, this build takes a lot of inspo from Ravyn Planner's actual home, right down to the landscaping. So her house has these same types of shrubs and those same flowers in the flower bed, and I just thought it'd be a cute way to tie in like her ownership to the company. So yeah, I think I finished just by adding some street lights. And y'all, I have to apologize in advance for the very low FPS cinematic shots you guys are about to see. I really couldn't help it. I wanted to keep object hiding off so you could still see all the stuff in the building. And yeah, so okay, well, it doesn't look too bad, but you guys can definitely tell the frame droppage is pretty bad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't talk your ears off. And as always, I'm always open to suggestions, feedback, criticism. I'm open to everything, you know. You guys have always, I don't even have to say keep it respectful. Y'all have always been very respectful. I mean, that's just the way the Sims community is. So I'm not even really worried about that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Once again, let me know what your favorite showroom is, or maybe let me know if the office was your favorite, or just what part of the build is your favorite. So yeah, I took 89 screenshots, I think. Yeah, I took 89 screenshots. So y'all will definitely have plenty of time right here to decide what's your favorite. I'm really excited to do this mini series, and this is going to be one of the main one of the main places where we get footage from, since this is her workplace and her company. I'm so proud of her, and she's just a sim, and I haven't even made her yet. Like, I made her, but you know, my game had like a bunch of stuff happened to my game and I lost her, and so I have to remake her now. I haven't even made the sim yet, and I'm already so proud of her. She is getting her life set up. so yeah, I really love the shots of the staircase. If you guys couldn't tell, I took a ton. Here's one of the living room setups. I'm very happy with this. I'm very, very happy with this. I'm excited to see how the business does, how busy it gets and stuff. But yeah, in this bedroom in particular, that sage green one, I think I'm actually going to use that in one of these upcoming builds. It's just so cute. So here's another one of the living room / study layouts. Very artsy, kind of like cluttered. Here's the more kind of like, I don't want to say bland, but it's very toned down and modern and very much like IKEA home stuff. The super boring bathroom, which there's 4 of those. Another shot of the staircase. I love the staircase shots so much. Here's the 2nd floor lobby once you get off the elevator. Y'all really don't need me explaining every single picture, but I just didn't want to leave y'all alone. But like I said, please let me know what your thoughts are, your favorite part of the build, all that. Please let me know. And yeah, I can't wait to see y'all in the next build, which will be the sim bin housing apartments. And then after we do that, then we should be able to go ahead and get started on the series. So I had a lot of fun on this build. It's how I spent my entire day. So I will see you guys in the next build. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.